Alright guys, welcome to this page of the notes. Once again, continuing with this theme of trying to find the slope of a function. First we looked at if I give you 2 points, calculating the slope, rise over run, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Then we looked at what if I give you a graph. Well, you've got a couple options. You can choose 2 points on the graph and again do y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. That'll certainly work. But if I've given you a graph, the fastest, easiest way, find those 2 points and just count. Just count it out. Get your slope, fastest way. I don't care which way you do it. Of course, I like to work smarter, not harder, so I'm probably just going to count, but you can do whatever you want. Here's a third way where I could ask you to find the slope of a function. What I've done is I've actually given you an equation, and I want you to find the slope of this guy. Well, we've already talked about the slope-intercept form of a line. If you recall, it is y equals mx plus b. Y equals mx plus b. This is the slope-intercept form for the equation of a linear function. Well, I know that this is linear because I checked my 3 things. Do I have any variables multiplied together? No. Am I dividing by any variables? No. And are all of my exponents 1? Yeah. Since I pass all 3 tests, this is a linear function, which means it can be written in this form, and that is huge for us because this guy right here is my slope. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to take the equation that you have been given. You are going to solve for y. I need to get this guy all by itself. And when I do that, all I got to do is pull out the slope. Let's see how this works. First thing I'm going to do to get the y by itself, let's add the 5 to the other side. That means I'm going to have 12x minus 4y is equal to, it'll be an 18 minus 5, I get 13. After that, what I'm going to need to do is subtract. This is a positive 12x. I'll need to subtract it to the other side. That means I have minus 4y is equal to a negative 12x plus 13. Careful, we're not quite there yet. I know that this has this form. I have a constant x plus something, right? That almost looks like mx plus b. The problem is minus 12 is not my slope. Why? Well, I still have a negative 4 over here. That y is not by itself. No problem. Divide everybody by a negative 4. Here we go. You get divided by a negative 4. You get divided by a negative 4. You get divided by a negative 4. Everybody gets divided by a negative 4. And here we go. Well, a negative 12 divided by a negative 4, that's easy. That's a positive 3. A 13 divided by a negative 4, not so easy. That's okay. We're just going to write it as negative 13 fourths. And the reason we're not going to mess around with that so much is because I really don't care. All I wanted was this guy right here, which is going to be my slope. And that is m is equal to 3. I know that this equation has a slope of positive 3. A rise of 3 and a run of 1. Hey, let's try another one. We're going to do the exact same thing for this one. I need to get it in that slope-intercept form, and when I do, the m is going to be my slope. Here we go. I need to get that y by itself. Let's move the 3/8 x to the other side by subtracting. Yay, fractions. So I'm going to have 1/6 y is equal to negative 3/8 x plus 24. All right, here we go. What I need to do in order to get this y by itself, since I'm dividing by 6, let's multiply everybody by 6. Well, when I multiply this by 6, the 6's cancel. I'm left with just a y. But now I'm going to have a negative 3/8 times 6. Remember the way this works, whenever you multiply a fraction, top and bottom, by a constant, you just simply multiply the constant into the numerator. So what I wind up with is a negative 3 times 6, should be a negative 18. Negative 18 over 8x plus, then I have to multiply the 24 by 6 as well. Don't fat finger something on your calculator. You should get 144. Now I'm going to go ahead and reduce this guy. Negative 18 over 8 should have a common factor of, what is it going to be? 3. No. Did I do that right? I can divide by, oh, sorry, 2. Go figure. Common factor of 2. If I pull a 2 out of all those guys, the negative 18 divided by 2 would leave me with a minus 9. The 8 divided by 2 is going to leave me with a 4. And that's the best I can do. 9 and 4 don't have anything in common, so that fraction is reduced, plus 144, and that's not really that big a deal. What I care about is this guy right here, which is going to be my slope. That means that I have a rise of minus 9. That means I'm going down 9 and a run of positive 4 to the right 4. Or you could flip it. I could do a rise of positive 9 and then go back 4 in the negative direction. Either way, it's going to be a negative slope of 9/4. That takes care of all the problems on this page of the notes. Head on over to the next page. I'll meet you there.